Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew guy, and this is a follow-up on an experiment. So, in the last video of this playlist, I decided that I had the whole deal with bagging NasalSnuff into snus pouches, but there could be another vehicle to take it orally, and I came up with the idea to mix it with dip, basically. So what I was looking for with the dip was I was looking for a natural, all right, with a lower salt content than, let's say, Stoker's, but a salt content and a fine cut. That was the big natural and a fine cut. That was the two big must-haves. So the obvious choice in my mind was Copenhagen Snuff. All right. I still had this from the review this past week. So what I did was, in a cleaned out empty Stoker's can, I mixed Copenhagen Snuff and Samuel Gadwith Raspberry NasalSnuff. So basically, I took 2 heaping teaspoons of Copenhagen and put them in, and then about half this vial, this snuff bullet, and powdered it, and then mixed it. And then I added a little bit more of the raspberry NasalSnuff, and then I put one tiny pinch on top of the Copenhagen and added 5 more milliliters of water. Before I had put in the raspberry snuff, I had added 10 milliliters of water the night before. Okay, so it was 2.5 pinches, 3 pinches of Copenhagen Snuff, 10 milliliters of water. Let it sit for a night. Absorb that all up. Packed it around different directions. Let it sit. Then I added about half of this bottle of raspberry snuff to it. That was 2 nights ago. Last night, while I was uploading my Stoker's Fine Cut Natural video, I decided to pop it open and see what was going on, and I was pretty pleased with the smell. So I decided to dip some of it. And it turned out really well, to tell you the truth. I was really, really surprised. I thought it would be okay, but basically what I have here is raspberry dip. That's a raspberry sorbet dip. So, as you can see, let me pack this real quick. Okay, close enough. The reddish powder color completely was overtaken, and it comes out when held up against the straight can of Copenhagen Snuff. It is a slightly lighter color, but it mixed almost completely. All right, and anybody looking at it without smelling would not be able to tell it was anything other than the normal fine cut dip or snuff. All right. So let me see if I can get a pinch of this. Now, last night it was odd because it actually pinched better. It's not as great tonight, but I'm sure there's been some loss of moisture. Hold on. And I am back. Okay, so basically, and I'm really serious, it's raspberry dip. I don't know what else to say. Now, I could be partial to it, or partial leaning, like leaning towards it, because I made it, because I am very familiar with the nasal product, and I am partial to this. I have a bit of history with this, but the flavor is registering as the scent when you take it nasally. So, I mean, it's near exact, except you're tasting it directly. Let me put it this way. I'm almost... I wish I'd made more. That basically, I wish I had made a whole can of it. And I will definitely make more. This is the first test. Now, maybe I got lucky. Maybe, raspberry snuff from Samuel Gadwith is the only one that will work with this. But the Copenhagen, in this case, was an excellent delivery vehicle for that nasal snuff. The flavor is good. Oddly, besides, well, the pinching wasn't as good tonight, and the pinching might have been good last night because of the water added as well. But I really, truly believe that the fine powdered nasal snuff sort of acted as a bonding. When with water, acted sort of as a bonding agent. Because last night, I didn't even back it with a third finger. Should have filmed that. And I forget where I was going there. So I will be trying this again with some other type to see if it can be replicated. But as far as a delivery vehicle goes, the Copenhagen Snuff. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The other odd thing besides the pinching was that there's no gator lip. I left it in the front like this last night for like 45 minutes to an hour. No gator lip. And I always get gator lip from Copenhagen Snuff. It's like a guaranteed. And usually it happens at the very latest by the half hour mark. So I was sort of happy with that too. That's not something I was trying for. It just happened to work out that way. The flavor is raspberry. It is stronger raspberry at first. It completely eliminates the saltiness. And then as you keep it in, the raspberry tones down, and towards the end, the saltiness sort of comes up, if that makes any sense. It spits like it would the normal Copenhagen Snuff. Okay, fairly clear at first, darkens while you have it in. It's pretty good. I'm really surprised. I thought it was, this is about as close as you're going to get this experiments playlist. This is about as close as you're going to get to possible entertainment on this channel, but I'm sorry, it worked out. Go look at the Redwood review if you want something funny and entertaining, I guess. Anyway, guys, so yeah, it was a win. I'm going to make more, and at some point I will try, probably on this playlist, mixing a different kind in. Now, I want to try again at some names, okay? Number one, Peyton Nugent, hello, and thank you. I want to retry at Theron Mathis, Arbalest Sebastian, Stephen Amas, Mose 717. This is my second attempt at trying to get you guys' names right. I hope I did a slightly better job this time. Elsewhere, Berg's Dip Reviews this week has been taking a second go around on some products, and also reviewing some tobacco alternative products. Day or two ago, Winnington Outdoors was taking a second look at Longhorn Peach. And Dirty Pat Walsh today was looking at a Canada-only product, which is Skull Snooze Original. But the interesting thing is, I believe that it is actually, from his explaining and description of it, I believe it is actually what was, before it was discontinued, the U.S. product, Skull Citrus Snooze. So go check out Pat. He's threatening that if he gets a few more subscribers and gets to 150, that he's going to do an entire can of Derringer straight. And thereafter, that will probably be the last we ever see of Pat. So try to get over there now, I guess. Anyway, guys, do take care of yourselves. And as always, God bless.